I do believe we are live again, so I can say once more, indeed. And greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. Thank you for finding another moment to spend with me, to remind ourselves that everything is going to be okay. All right? Very much so from this perspective that it might not be. Like a mother tries to console their child, letting them know that things are going to be okay, even if she doesn't know that that's necessarily the truth. It is what we need to tell ourselves in moments like these. At least I believe. I believe. I came to a conclusion in the previous stream that what we might need right now, at least I have been in need of this, is allowing ourselves to not worry about things. Horizontal melt. Hey Nancy. It's nice having you here. Yeah. Yeah. Horizontally. Not worrying about things. Because again, I have worried a lot in my life. So much. So consistently. Over and over again. Time after time. And I find that it seems to be okay despite the amount of worry that I applied. It always is. And maybe that always can be a little bit of a exaggeration. Stream we're gonna do like this. And we'll be doing JoJo poses the whole time. It kind of hurts to go down a bit like that, but I hope it was worth it. How about a third stream? I should. I have been thinking about it though. I'm thinking about maybe doing a third stream somewhere closer to the evening hours for you friends. Well, maybe it's not evening. Maybe it's mid-afternoon. Yeah, going into late afternoon. My hair is getting caught on leaves. Oh. It's almost comical. Laughable, I say. How quickly we can convince ourselves that things are not okay. Finding some calm in listening to the birds, watching them fly. Unhindered by the things that I have in my mind. Wondering where they find all the time to live so fully, even though it will be only a fraction of mine. Okay. I have been experiencing a lot of just like, okay. Okay can kind of be a type of acceptance as well. Can be an acceptance of circumstances that you don't like. That can also be okay. And I think that's also up to personal circumstances, because some circumstances aren't okay no matter what, and you shouldn't be told that they are. Absolutely not. All right, but the fractal of having to wash the dishes. All right, maybe you're fighting with yourself. You should wash the dishes. You should wash the dishes. Come on, bro. You haven't been washing the dishes. And then eventually you reach that point in yourself where you go, okay, okay, I'll wash the dishes. And then you do it, right? And then afterwards you feel okay. You might even feel better than okay having done that. And that's pretty cool. Mind stream. I do want to do a mind stream, interestingly enough, Nancy. I just do not have a brain computer interface just yet. But I do imagine that being a possibility, right? So, in the same way, I can open my feed, I can like output into your world this slice of reality. When we go past the point where we have brain computer interfaces, chips in our brains, right? We can potentially output that signal onto the internet as well, and you could pick that up and feel for yourself, or hear for yourself, or experience for yourself, whatever that's supposed to mean. Elon will give you a brain implant for free. Wow, really? Sign me up, sir. Can I have two? No, he won't. And he won't be the only one as well, Pojo. There will be the same way there are thousands of different cell phone manufacturers, maybe not thousands, hundreds of different cell phone manufacturers. There will be hundreds of different brain computer interface companies as well. Some of them will be invasive, some of them will be non invasive. Uh, it's going to be a matter of, again, markets. And with the internet, we get to actually, I don't know about you, friends, but I make a lot of my purchase decisions based on what the community says, right? And I feel like we are in a little bit of a weird place right now with bots that can definitely be used to skew your decision making. But with the future being a little bit more, I want to say, almost like ironed out, like once we've started to understand what we're doing a little bit better, I believe, at the very least, that there's a lot of room for us to get a little bit better, especially at like our identities on the internet. I feel something like this, almost like every single person creating just a proper profile for themselves, and then that being a part of them isn't a bad idea. I know digital identities is something that can be very skizzy in many people's brains, but at the same time, you cannot take care of people that you don't know exist. If you don't know they exist, you can't take care of people if you don't know they exist. Yeah. Like the reason there's so much suffering and poverty in Africa is because it's very much out of our eyes. Like we don't see that stuff, right? So it's like we are literally unable to do something about that because there is no access, there is no knowing, there is no clarity in that experience where digital IDs could help with that too. Brain chips, brother. Me more than a cybernetic arm or leg. Brain chips bother me more than a cybernetic arm or leg. The thing is, Pojo, for a cybernetic arm or leg to really be good, it needs to be attached to a brain implant, right? Or a spinal cord implant, which is directly attached to your brain, right? So then we're just again, we're playing with semantics here. You are your brain. This is but like a projection, like an extrusion into reality that holds onto this brain that you are. And I get in that way, it's very weird to put a computer chip on that thing, right? But you, this thing, is like a computer chip, right? A biological computer that is on that thing. And you control this physical reality with that thing. Where with this age that we're entering right now, where we're a lot more digitally involved, both in our own lives and in the lives of other people, we're gonna need new appendages to swim with in that new environment, and saying it in so many words. So we're gonna give ourselves new arms kind of vibes, right? But the arms won't be extending into this physical world, they'll be extending into our digital world. And that is weird. I concur. It's kind of fucking weird. kind of weird, but I am too. Absolutely. Absolutely. Is that a Isaac I see? I'm so tired, y'all. Maybe we can take a breath with you, Lozana. I know this breath might not make the tired go away, but all of us can collectively just think about Lozana and just imagining like offering like a hand of support, like putting a hand on someone's shoulder when you see them having a rough time. No pity, no worry even. Just reminding them that we're holding space for them. It's gonna be okay, Louisiana. And you're gonna rest this weekend a little bit? It is Friday. I do hope so. Aww. Gateway's here too. Giving you a hug as well. Could be hacked, yes. No. 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 Ideally, no. It would be a proximity thing at the very least. You can, with technology like that, build into them sensors only of a certain strength, right? Like literally with engineering, you can build something that only has a range of a certain bubble, right? Like a like an arm's length bubble kind of vibes. And in that way, your cell phone can be like an air gap computer, right? Like a sandbox computer. So before the code ever gets executed or put into your system, it has to first be approved on that thing. And then before it ever gets approved on that thing, it has to be approved on the server side. And before it ever gets approved to go into your brain, it has to be approved by the third computer that is now in your brain as well. Right? So in that way we can have like system checks over and over and over again to make sure there is no hacking of your brain, right? No signals going in that's not supposed to be there. But again, I know nothing. I'm here for the ride. I'm just happy to be alive during this exciting time of human history, you know. And sure, it is going to be strange, and I don't know what I'll become, me myself, and also the I that all of us are. I think there will definitely be a certain divergence, maybe not divergence, a fracturing, but in a way that creates more, not diminishes what was of humanity. Where there will be definitely a branching of some people wanting to just stay pure humans, right? Just wanting to live lives where they never get augmented by gene editing or, you know, brain computer interfacing. And then there will be a subsect of humans that just do the biology stuff. They're like, yep, I just go gene editing. I might be one of those. I'm still wondering. I might be. But then there's going to be the versions of humanity that go for both, right? Cybernetic enhancement and gene enhancement. Some of them will go just for cybernetic enhancement because they won't find much value in their bodies. So they'll, right? And we'll see these different versions of humanity arise as we continue into our future. And the best thing that we can do now is just teach ourselves how to love ourselves, how to accept ourselves, how to make space and find time to be calm and to admit when we're tired, you know, in that way as well. Like, and we're learning slowly but surely, consciously evolving ultimately. Bots that can be used to screw your decision making. Advertisements do the same thing, manipulate you into spending money you did not intend to by preying on the illusion of neediness inside people. It's true, Sam. It's true. But again, if you don't want that, you also have the option of going and living a nomadic life somewhere in the forest and growing your own food. I feel like, again, it's okay. It's okay to have these compromises. The system that we've built have some compromises inherent with it, you know, and it doesn't make it any less okay. Uh, that's at least the way I'm trying to see it. I'm trying to like feel into it, be like, an acceptance, a certain level of acceptance, I think. Isaac, bless you again. Rest my arm around your shoulders and let your head rest, friend. Oh, Jovan, that's so nice. I love how we almost took the same kind of line. I have words that don't make anyone feel any differently. Hmm. In a way, those could be words like that. Thank you, Joe Butt. Soft comfort to you, sister. Love is true. I kind of want a bionic eyeball. Me too. I want to be able to zoom in. I want to be able to see a little Burby that I find beautiful and then to look at it even closer, all the way from here. Why not? Why not? I want to be able to see infrared. I want to be able to see like traces of heat in my environment. Why not? Why not? And then if I don't want to see that, I can decide not to. And then I switch it off in the same way I can decide not to do this live stream and switch it off. All right. You can be like, oh no, I'm trapped in this little box. You're stealing my soul. You know, if you had to show someone what I'm doing right now 200 years ago, what would they think? It is choice. It is choice. We do technically have more choices than ever, you know, and I think that's why it's so enraging to see choices being taken away. Some choices being given back again as well, you know, like those little news fractals are also coming out. Hi all who entered the stream after I did. Bless Nancy. I know the system. There is no supposed to in my world. Yeah. I thought about that, Jaju. My eyes aren't very good. It's true. We need to get show some bionic eyes too. Today is my dad's 90th birthday, says LA. I have to travel. Then my auntie's funeral, then my mother in law's 80th birthday party. I also have to work every day next week. Goodness. Taking another breath with you, LA. You got this. I believe in you. And I look forward to you letting us know that you absolutely slayed. I look forward to you finding small moments of joy in this experience, moments of rest, moments that spark so much joy that they are inherently restful. You know, you get to almost like let yourself, you know, feel into that ease a little bit. Like with zoom lens and infrared vision. Did we say the exact same thing, Joe? Did we say the same thing? Yeah. Me and you, we know. One infrared and one zoom, please. Like if they could only do that, I'd be happy. I would like to see more colors as well, but for now, I'll settle just for zoom and infrared. Tesla Eye Socket Pro. The iPhone. I think Futurama did a bit about that even. Thank you, son. I'm so focused on making sure everyone has a good time. I have to remind myself to try to have fun too. Well, not at the funeral, even at the funeral. Why not? Right? Why not have some fun? Fun in the moments that you can. I'm questioning myself as well. Don't you worry. I'm also being like, what the fuck are you saying? Well, you can't have fun at a funeral. I'm scrolling through the whole funeral having experience, and I'm like, maybe the sandwiches afterwards is fun. I shouldn't say stuff like that. Yeah, yeah. No, I can. I can. I think funerals should be more fun. I think funerals should be a celebration. There should be a dance floor. There should be massive speakers. You know, there should be at least four double double bass drum 18-inch subwoofers. At least, you know, at least six line arrays blasting your faces off to celebrate the passing of, you know, a loved one. Oh, okay. No, 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 no. Thank you. I'm so focused on making love again. Have fun and give love-ins. But don't forget to eat good food to fuel you. Yeah, drink plenty of water and get adequate rest when you can find it. This is good advice. Well, I should get you a pair of binoculars. Binoculars are expensive. But thank you. That's so nice. So nice for you even to think something like that. A joke, she says, could. Yeah. Like I know what binoculars cost because I am. I am one of those. I went down the rabbit hole of being like, I want to be able to look at bird. And then I went and found out what good binoculars cost, and I was like, I'm not paying. I don't have 9,000 US dollars for tubes of glass, Mister Capitalism, sir. And you're like, surely, Melt, they're not. Hey, yeah. Hey, Google, what do really good binoculars cost? And of course, I have to have really good ones. What do you mean? But Melt, you know, no, no, we're getting the really good ones, of course. These ones are not bad actually. These ones are like 250 bucks. You see, that's not too bad. These are 400 bucks. There's a certain brand. Maybe they'll show me the name. Sky Masters. These are actually not that expensive. These ones. Okay, there are definitely cheap binoculars are entertaining too. Yeah, I think so. I see that there are actually a lot of options. I am surprised. I've just been existing in a bubble. I wish I knew what that glass was called. But I went down this rabbit hole of being like, because I think it was some sort of YouTube video of someone, really showing how clear, high quality glass can be. And I'm like, oh, wow, this is nice. And then I click on like the affiliate link and I go, oh, 9,000 US dollars. Oh, Giovanna, I got chunky. I got chunky eyes too. I got bunky eyes too. Oh, I didn't know this about you actually. Cyber eyes, here they come. Celebration and condolences are just part of the process. So much love. Thank you, bro. You got chunky glasses too. So thank goodness bless all of you friends. Like Coke bottles. I didn't know this at all. Thank you, Malau. You as well. Meow Lao. Hope you're feeling well and motivated today, friend. Yeah. Do we feel like it's a funeral or is it a celebration of life that was lived? I like how me and Pojo have been in sync. I prefer to laugh. I also prefer to celebrate. Our loved ones will be well taken care of. Whether it is we go to next, wherever it is we go to next from here. Agree. The it's gonna be okay mindset, right? Yeah, often at funerals, we'll tell funny stories about the beloved and have a laugh and then cry a bit and then repeat. Yeah, so there are moments of fun to be had. I'm happy to hear that. Smile and be happy for the loved ones who get to graduate from this physical form. Cheap binoculars are intended to enjoy the passing as if it were a promotion of the spirit. Joe, a graduation, yes, good thinking. I thought it was one monocular? Monocular? My mind is just now curious. Best. I'm gonna find. Yeah, I think it was. It was a Swarovski. This is the this is the glasses I was talking about. I think it's these guys. Swarovski. Swarovski. Show me what they look like. Is it these ones? Yeah, yeah. Okay, these are the cheaper ones. But this is the brand I was looking for. Rave me around. Thank you. Wow, Melt, they look like binoculars. Yes. Yes, how about that? Isn't that a novel development? However, however, they they cost. They're the price be $3,743. That is so wild to me. And you know, the part that's like actually wild to me is the fact that they exist, and the fact that they exist at that price point is because people are paying for them. There are people that can drop the amount of money the average person makes in South Africa in a year on some binoculars, and I would love to like look through them for minimal zoom. Yeah, I don't even know if they have like that much zoom. Probably, I don't know. I think it zooms maybe just once. Well, I would like to like see that person have one and then be like, wow, okay, cool. I look at bird now. I look at wild animal, and then I give it back to them, and then I don't think about that ever again in my life. 3,000. So wild. You know, like I feel like you can buy a relatively okay car for that kind of money. And thinking about the amount a car can do for you, I don't know how we value things on this planet really. Like why it is we value some things more than others. mm Maybe it's just like craftsmanship in that case. Really good glass. Enjoy the passing. Bless again. Nancy, Francie, hope you're having a good day. Joe, can I just say, I appreciate the amount of love that you're putting into our space, making our friends feel seen. Nancy, have a wonderful day. Bless, friend. Have a good one too. All right. Again, I can take a moment to just be calm a little bit. To feel like everything is gonna be okay. Can I tell you something? Remember how they stole my battery? Remember how we got that battery a long time ago? 2 years ago now, technically. 2 years ago was officially in September. It was 2 years ago. So 2 years ago, I buy myself this battery with the help of you friends. I even sent you messages uh, talking about Jules. Gateway Process is one of the friends that actually helped me. She sent me, I think, $50 when I asked for help in getting this battery. It was when we had between 12 and 16 hours a day of load shedding. So if I didn't have the battery, I would legit not have internet, and then I wouldn't be able to do my live streams. So I bought this battery back then, and then that found a new home recently, and then I've like been now thinking about getting myself a new one. And I go onto the same brand's website yesterday, and I see they have now refurbished products. So the battery chemistry that I had was, I think, NMC, which is a little bit older tech, has like 400 to 500, 600 if you're lucky cycle life, to like 80% battery, or like 20% battery degradation, degreg degradation, getting broken error. Okay. And the new batteries are lithium iron phosphate, and they can go like for 10,000 cycles, 6,000 cycles, 10 years. 10 years of literal daily discharge, full recharge, discharge, full recharge. And they have refurbished products. Apparently, it's been pre used, which I don't mind, like it's a battery. I'm not going to be eating out of it or whatever, right? So, in that way, I don't really mind. They had two tiers, like good, very clean, like unnoticeable, like it still looks like new, refurbished, and then they had a tier just below that that's like slight, like signs of use. Uh, but I paid $100. I paid $100 for that battery. $100. And I'm still kind of flabbergasted by it. Maybe it's a little bit more, 110 or $116 or something like that. But that's almost like negligible. I'm kind of like blown away. To like reference, the previous one costed $400. Like it was literally a quarter of the price in comparison to the previous one I got for the exact same battery capacity. So I'm not losing out there. I have technically fewer ports for my actual AC plugs and stuff like that. But I don't need much. I only need one technically for the Wi-Fi, which is what I have it for in the first place. Same battery capacity, so I'm not losing any there. I still get to have all of my like USB-C and Type C ports. Like there's literally no loss, and I get better battery chemistry. So for the next 10 years, I can run that thing. So my plan is to get a solar panel for it as well, and then wherever I get set up to basically have that become the thing that runs the Wi-Fi. So by that as a thing, we will decouple, I guess, our ability to be able to communicate with the outside world with the need to burn fossil fuels. Bye, friends. Cheerio. Thank you for spending some time with us. It was nice having you. We'll see you again soon, bro. I'm torn between being a blind man in the woods versus volunteering my body to technological advances and cybernetic medical trials. Yeah. Tools for therapy. Yos. Bro, come on. Yes, dude. My mind is like spinning. I know your name. I refuse. I refuse. Navern. It's Navern, right? It is Navern. I had to like rack my brain, bro. It has been a long time, like 4 years or something. Glad to see you're still going strong. Let's link up soon and catch up. And what area are you? I'm technically Navern. Yeah, yeah, nice, bro. It's nice seeing you again. Uh, I am in Gauteng area right now. I'm like literally in Hartbeespoort as I'm sitting, but I will be moving back to Mpumalanga. So if we're gonna link up, we should make a plan to do it soon. Let me know, bro, where you at. Would be nice to connect again. Oh, Isaac. Isaac has become a Patreon supporter. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that, man. Mind like a steel trap. Secunda. Secunda. Yes. Let me kukalur gaga. Secunda. Just like a hop, skip, and a jump. So like 2.5 hours drive. You ever come to Joburg? I'm gonna be going to Joburg like Friday, but I am going for work, so I can't really. And I am going to Joburg tomorrow, also for work. But a plan can be made. Plan can be made. Would be nice seeing you too, bro. It's nice seeing you here. I mean, here we are. Like we're being like, oh, we need to find out where we can see each other. Meanwhile, here we are, bro, sitting across from one another. Bless. It's nice having you here. I think, says Jovan, both Jaju will friggin' level up these old withered bodies through the trials of nature and then be upgraded to legendary cyborgs. Yeah, exactly. The way I see it is that it's not unnatural, right? It would be unnatural for you to be a cyborg in the 1600s, right? That's very unnatural. All right, but it wouldn't be unnatural for you to be a cyborg in the 2000s, right? That's to be expected because that's the times that we're in. That's fine. We get to be the people of that time. right? So all we have to do is make make okay, remind each other that it's gonna be okay, show up as that which is okay. I think at the very least. Trying to make sure I don't drop my things. I'm gonna pull some cards for you friends. Well, a card. Mm-hmm. Here we go. I don't know if you friends know, but Tools from Therapy, Navern, the friend that joined us, does have a YouTube channel of his own as well. He is, I'm pretty sure, a certified therapist. I'm trying to be correct in my words. And he makes videos basically teaching people through his lessons of life. Blue green with two birds. Blue green with two birds. There's blue. There's slight hues of green. But we only got the killer of birds. We pulled the Jovan card again. At least from this deck for me. The transformation card. And in editing footage today, I did look at butterflies. The last while. Blue green. It's today's card. Card time! Give me clarity! Phew! I think this is gonna add some clarity for you. You're gonna like this, I'm sure. It says things are changing at a cellular level. And as such, deep healing is occurring. Transformation. There we go. One more time, one scan through. There's the moon aura. And I feel Navern's profile picture also has that like moon aura around his head, which is tripping me out a little bit right now. It feels sinky. It's the symbol being held up, the throne being sat on, the little ceramic cat sitting by her side. Transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. You are not who you were a year ago or who you will soon be. You are in between, emerging, half fallen, half risen. Keep doing the work. You are transforming. You will look back at this time with awe. So much is happening in your inner world and within yourselves. And it's time to release old ways of being that kept you in flight, fight, freeze mode. To choose a new way of being where trauma is not the driving force. Old childhood patterns are rising up to be healed. As you allow yourself to observe them and feel them without attachment, they loosen their grip and fall away. You are being called to find new ways to self-soothe. Saturn and the Black Madonna and the African goddess Oshun influence this card. Saturn represents destruction and transformation. The Black Madonna represents the underground and all that has been cast aside. And Oshun represents the tender love of the original mother. A rethreading is happening, healing at the deepest of levels. While you are in this phase, don't put yourself under pressure to perform. You may need to review your relationship with your body, perhaps even shifting your diet or exercise regime, or getting energetic, healing support. You may also need to consider some kind of emotional support. as issues from your childhood may come up to be healed. Remember, you are loved. Infinitely so. Hold this card in your heart and say, I allow myself to receive the deepest healing and transformation for change to happen at a cellular level. I know that was a strange sentence, but that's the way it's written. Again, I allow myself to receive the deepest healing and transformation for change to happen at a cellular level. It's going to be okay. We are changing on a cellular level, transforming quite literally. I want robot bones. You might get robot bones, if you know what I mean, before you get the other cybernetic enhancements. No, please. No, human beings, stop. The Jovan card and the killer of burbs. I observe curiously as my ego throws a fit. Yeah, I unfortunately again watched a like scientific deep dive into the amount of ecological harm the cats are doing. The analogy that's now stuck in my head goes: if you threw twice the amount of sharks, suddenly in the ocean wouldn't be okay with that. And the ocean would explode. Yes, that's exactly what they said. But in that way, cats are like sharks in this environment to lizards and birds and amphibians and rodents and etc. etc. Right? So my mind is like, oh jeez, oh so many cats. I thought they were the sanctuary of birds. I know love is true. I know that. I do know that. Maybe Jovan has been taking care of the burbs and catching them because there's some sort of instinct to catching them to take care of them, being like, no, I won't eat you, but I cannot have you suffer. So I'm catching you from suffer. As someone now in my 40s, I have just shaken off some of those childhood patterns. Good riddance. Good riddance indeed, Sun King. I'm proud of you, friend. That's not easy. Takes a lot of work. Thank you for doing it. Joe is the sanctuary of birds. There it is. Did you just say sharks will explode the ocean? Yeah, that's the exact line. That's it. That's the line. It was basically like the ocean wouldn't be okay with it, but my mind was like, how do you not okay? And then my mind had this visualization of just the ocean exploding, you know, just like going, and I was like, yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen. If you put twice the amount of sharks in the ocean explodes. How do you know? How do you know that's what happens? Have you tried it? Then you can. Then you can. Oh, love is true. Love is true. This was fun. I enjoy spending time with you friends in this way. Thank you for finding a moment. I just wanted to clarify. Joe, Robot Bones would be a great album title. Judge you. He watched a science thing and it said sharks make the oceans explode, and so cats are bombs and birds aren't real. Heard it straight from source. Yeah, there you go. Joe beautifully helped me, sum it up so you can like take this information with you and do with it as you please. Because it is true, of course. Of course. You think birds are real? Have you seen how many birds sit on power lines? They're charging. Any further consideration for third stream? Huh. Like the biggest bottleneck is like battery life and stuff, dude. Like my devices, like this device for example, it's on 30% right now. I could charge it again, technically speaking. Can third stream be diagonal, Jovan? I guess you weren't here, but it's so awesome to me that you say that because Sun King asked for third stream, and then literally as he said that, I go, "Yeah, we'll do third stream," and third stream will look like this. And then I did like a few bits. I did some JoJo poses. I made like a whole bit out of it. So we are 100% on the same page. Yeah, this makes me happy. So much synchronicity. Right, Sun King? Be like, yeah, Melt's right. We did do that. Do it on the tilt. Do it on the tilt. Fridays are so much fun. Do it on the tilt. It seems third stream diagonal must now happen. Can I make it work? Because if I'm gonna do third stream, it's gonna be like a perspective like this, where it's gonna be like me, and then I'm gonna be like in my software, like I'm like softwaring, and then after I'm done, I'm gonna go like, okay, thank you, bye. Right. That's the way my mind is rendering that experience if it's going to happen. And I'm like, I do want to do more streams. I do. But I want to do it right as well at the same time. And there is like a little bit of a time difference between me and you friends, so we can sometimes be a little bit misaligned. Hmm. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 ha 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 ha. It's gonna be okay. Yeah, yeah. Instantly, my mind is like, I like that. It's Friday. It is Friday. It's Friday, you guys. Hey, Sam. It is Friday. Hey, Kristen. Suddenly here as well. It's Friday, Kristen. Did you hear the good news? It's Friday. It's Friday. It was nice having you friends here with me. Thank you for joining. I'll see you again tomorrow. Okay? I hope you have the most beautiful day. One where you find the world is so kind, so willing to remind you that everything's gonna be okay. That you feel so okay that reminds every single person you come into contact with, and that okayness permeates our entire existence. I appreciate you friends for being okay here with me. See you friends again soon. I hope you have the most resplendent day. Yes, everybody. I wholeheartedly love you all so ineffably, luminously, beautifically, wondrously, and jubilantly, sublimely, seraphically, jubilantly, transcendently, and melt, and all of you, oh so magnanimous, munificent, solacing and cherishing, steward, stalwart, ever, effervescent, unassailable, Halcyon, steadfast and tender-hearted friends who embrace being okay. Thank you, Kristen, for such an awesome goodbye message. Damn, I missed the word. It's okay. My brain is growing more and more expansive. I'll tell it. Take it easy next. It doesn't have to take it easy. Maybe you can tell it to like break it up to me like I'm a child that hasn't seen these words before, because that's, I feel, my bottleneck is like I don't know where the emphasis goes on some of those words. So that's I think the thing that gets me. See y'all tomorrow. We love you, Joe. Grateful for these days. So GPT, make me a Shan message from my South African fan. I want to stretch his ability to use our language. I love you, friend. Thank you for spending a moment. I'll see you again tomorrow. Goodbye, buddy. Cheers.